Good morning, my name is Omar Balarabi, and I want to use this opportunity to show people how to configure your computer for the first time. Assuming you want to develop a Visual Basic Programming application, for example, VB.NET, and you want to connect your application with with MySQL database. So I just want to show you how to configure it for the first time, and so subsequently you don't have to face any problem in terms of that particular. First of all, I put down some instruction in which we are going to follow for the purpose of the MySQL connection. I choose XAMPP for this demonstration. In the first place, if you don't have XAMPP in your computer, I advise you to go and download the latest or any version of XAMPP you can find on net. So you first thing to do is download XAMPP and install it on your system. After installation, make sure the Apache and the MySQL are running. This is the first step. And the second step is to install MySQL connector. This MySQL connector will allow your VB.NET to connect with your MySQL server, so that the data can go in all the direction. So you can download this MySQL connection at this particular link. You can just go Google it. If you Google it, it will take you to this particular website. So what you need is just to select your operating system and download a version and install it on your computer. This is the second step. The third step is to download MySQL data DLL file. You can find it from this particular website. Mostly you will find a zip folder, so you have to unzip it. So you can get it from this is how where you can go and just search for the MySQL DLL file through using Google. Then you can just go to the website and just download it. Finally, you'll be able to get it, something like that. You just download it to your computer. After you download it up and unzip it, this is the unzip folder. So after the unzip, you are going to see something like this: mysql.data.dll. So after you unzip that, the fourth step is to launch your Visual Basic application and go to the reference so that you can to import this DLL file. For example, this is my vb.net. So the moment you have your vb.net, at least if you have a single form, so go to Solution Explorer, you double click on my project. It's going to give you this window. So select references. If you look at here, we don't have that MySQL DLL file. These are all the list of DLL file connected to your application. So you need to click add. After clicking add, you navigate. For the first time, you can, like mine, I have already done it many times, so I can just choose it on the list I have. But for those that are starters, I will advise you to click browse if you don't have it on this particular list. You just click on it and okay, so it will be added to your what do you call it, look at it, it will be added to your list of DLL on your computer. Even though I already have it, I can, if you already have it, so you don't need to download it, you just come here and just select it and just click OK and just continue with your okay. Sorry, I just removed one here, so no problem. You just click continue OK and proceed. So now we have our MySQL data added to our list. So after you have added your MySQL data or DLL file, you need to do one more thing. You go to your form, double click, it will take you to the form load. Ignore the form load. At the top, you need to import your MySQL file so that you don't need to keep on calling it in every of your code. You just come to this place and say import mysql.data.mysql client. Assuming if you don't have this MySQL data, let's remove it. If you come back, it's going to give you an error. So to get rid of this error, you need to go back and select your DLL file, say OK. So now if you come back, you're going to see that your application recognizes this particular line. So from here, what left is to write a code that will connect your database or the connection string to your application. But for a more professional way to do that, I would recommend to go to module in your application and declare your connection string, so that you just calling it in all your forms. Even if you have 200 forms, what you need is only to be calling that. To create the particular connection string, you go to project, add new item, you click on module, select module. You can give it a name if you like. You just leave it like that as a module 1 or my module or whatever. You just click add. So the moment you click the add, it will open a module window here. So to create your connection string, you come to this module, you just type public, for example con, assuming this is the name of our variable, public con as new SQL dot here public con new as mySql dot data dot mySql client dot mySql connection. You open your bracket, inside this bracket, so you type server, inside this double quote you type server is equals to, since you're using XAMPP MySQL, the name of your server is local host. If you have a different name, so you come here and put the name of your server, the user, so you put come here and say user ID equals to, you put the user of your listing of your database or your server. So your user ID equals to root, comma or semicolon, then you put the database name. The database equals to, you put the name of your database. My database here, I call it test1 with a single table, assuming this is my table and these are the record within that particular table, so test1. So you come to this place and say test1. After you put test1, you close the connection. So that's it. Now you have your connection string. So anytime you want to you want to connect to your application to your database, you don't need to type another connection string. You just come and just refer to this variable called con, since you have already declared as a public variable. So wherever you are within any form, you just, what you need is only to call this connection string con. So now, since we have established our connection string, to test whether our connection string is okay or not, you go to your form. I just want to test it. Later in our next video, I'm going to show you how to query a database, how to update, insert or delete a record in that. But for now, I just go to form load, open my connection, put this particular lines of code which will query the information from my table, and finally I just close the connection. So now if I run my application, I'm going to have all the record I have from that particular table. I have only 2 record here, so I have 2 record here. So my connection string is okay. But what you need to know for now, after you put your SQL statement, you need to put comma, then put the variable you have declared already for your connection string. So the software, the code will just go, will use this SQL, pass it to the connection string and retrieve the information and display it in your data grid. So now if you run it again, you're going to have your record. Thank you for watching.